Let's begin. Today's September 27th, 2024, and we're solving the Daily Turing Machine Puzzle. Today's puzzle uses the following 5 criteria cards. Criteria card 3, 16, 18, 19, and 20. And the puzzle uses the green verification cards. The code above is your way to get more information on today's puzzle by searching the code on turingmachine.info. Let's go solve. So in the grid above, we've got our 5 criteria cards. On the top row, we've got criteria card A, criteria card B, and criteria card C. On the bottom row, we've got criteria card D, and finally criteria card E. So criteria card A looks at our middle digit, the square digit, and compares it to the number 3. So should the value of square be less than 3? Should it be equal to 3? Or should square be greater than 3? Criteria card B looks at our 3-digit solution and will let us know a little bit about the ratio of even to odds. Are there more even than odds, or are there less even than odds? Criteria card C will take a look at our 3 digits, triangle, square, and circle, add them up, and the Turing Machine will let us know whether the sum total is an even quantity or an odd quantity. Criteria card D will take a look at our first 2 digits, triangle and square, add them up, and compare the sum to the number 6. So should the sum be less than 6? Should it be equal to 6? Or should the sum be greater than 6? And finally, criteria card E will again take a look at our 3-digit solution, but this time it'll let us know a little bit about its structure, so to speak. Specifically, there are 3 scenarios. One where there are no repetitions, as in the example 125, or it could be a double number where there's a repetition, as in the example 112, or it could be a triple number, a single digit repeated 3 times, as in the example 222. And remember, the objective of today's puzzle is to find that unique 3-digit code that abides by all of the 5 criteria cards we just described. So we're going to start off with an initial proposal of 314. So the first thing I want to test is criteria card B. Okay, so the Turing Machine approves of my proposal. Notice that I do have 2 odds to a single even. And since the Turing Machine approves of that, yeah, it's letting us know that there are less even than odds. So let's go type that up in our notes. And so there should be less even than odds. Okay, the next thing I'd like to test is criteria card C. Okay, so this time the Turing Machine does not approve. We are adding all of the 3 digits, so let's go ahead and do that. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. That is an even quantity, but the Turing Machine does not approve of that. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes in section C. And that is that triangle plus square plus circle should equal an odd quantity. So what does that mean if the sum of the 3 digits is odd? Well, we do know that we have a majority of odds, right? We at least have 2 odds. So if we add the 2 odds together, that's an even quantity. And so if I were to add a 3rd digit to it, and I want the sum total to be odd, that would mean that I would have to add another odd. So in fact, what this is telling us is that we have an all odd solution. So we have 3 odds in our solution. Okay, well, let's go ahead and test criteria card E, because that may give us a hint as to if there's a pair, or perhaps maybe they're all distinct. So let's go ahead and type or test criteria card E. Okay, so the Turing Machine approves of my proposal. Notice that 314 those digits are all distinct. They're all unique. So in fact, the solution has no repetitions. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes and say that the solution has no repetitions. And so what that means is that our three-digit solution will be 1, 3, 5 in some order. They're all distinct, they're all odd, and they're represented by 1, 3, and 5 in some order. Okay, well that does it for this round. We did complete our 3 Turing tests. Now we're going into the phase of talking through how to construct a good second round proposal. So first off, let's I probably should have crossed out all of the evens in triangle, square, and circle. So let me take that opportunity right now. And as I do this, notice that we did not test criteria card A, which is comparing our middle digit, our square digit, to the number 3. Obviously, now we know that square, as well as all the other digits, are odd, so we can ignore any evens. And then the other thing we did not test was criteria card D, where we are adding triangle and square and comparing that to the number 6. And also notice, besides criteria card C, there is no mention of circle directly, I guess. And so that circle digit, that odd circle digit, must be forced into something. So it could be that maybe the first 2 digits, triangle and square, add up to maybe the number 6, perhaps. And square will be telling us which of 1 and 5 it may be, forcing triangle to be the other digit. And so that would leave perhaps circle to be 3. That's one possibility. Obviously, you could always add 1 and 3 for a sum that's less than 6, or 3 and 5 to be greater than 6. So it does seem to be somewhat of a 50-50 all around. But let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and try 513 and see where that takes us. Okay, so I chose 513 because the first 2 add up to 6. So let's try that out. So let's test criteria card D. Okay, yes, absolutely. The sum did come out to be 6. And so let's type that up in our notes in section D. So let's see. So triangle plus square just experiencing, whoa, a little bit of lag. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, there we go. So plus square does equal 6. And because they are all unique, obviously triangle and square can't be 3. So let me just fix this really quick. There we go. And so we know it's 1 and 5 in some order. And so let's test criteria card A. Oops. Okay, yeah, and it's true. The Turing Machine agrees with my choice for square. I did choose a 1, and square, and 1 is less than 3. So yeah, square is less than 3. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes in section A. And that again is that square is less than 3. So yeah, so that means square is 1. So let's go ahead and cross out the 3 and the 5, which of course means that triangle must be the 5. So let's go ahead and cross out the 1 in triangle. Okay, there we go. 1 in triangle, as well as the 3, leaving us with triangle is 5. And that means that circle cannot be 1 or 5, so it's a 3. Okay, so it looks like our solution is 513. So let's go type that up. And so let's quickly review. Is the middle digit square less than 3? Yes, it is. It's 1. Do we have more odds than evens? Yeah, they're actually all odd. Is the sum of the 3 odd? It sure is. That's 9. The first 2 sum up to 6. They do. And there are no repetitions. So yeah, absolutely, it does look like that is our solution. But let's go verify. And so our solution was 513. So 513. Awesome. Okay, so how do we do versus the Turing machine? Well, we did we have 5 criteria cards, and we tested 5. We tested all 5. So we did do B, C, E in the first round, and C was the only incorrect, and then we did the remaining 2 in the second round. So B, C, E. Let's go type that up. So B was correct, C was incorrect, E was correct, and we tested A and D in the second round, and both were correct. Wow, so we beat it by 2 questions. That was rather surprising. I guess perhaps the choice of the 3 criteria cards in the first round helped out. And yeah, we did get kind of lucky, I suppose, in round 2, testing criteria card D and it coming out that the first 2 did add up to 6. So other possibilities could have happened, but that's how it happened. So what do you think? How did you solve it? Did you notice anything that you'd like to share? Add your thoughts to the comments. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up so that more people can find the channel. And of course, hit subscribe to not miss out on any future videos. Well, until next time, have a great one.